Stepping out of the shadow in my room, caught between cowboy clouds and misty moon. Silver dress, sparkle eyes, crystal blue. I was lost to the menace of the mind, sucker punched by love most of my life. Told myself I would always toe the line. Tripped on love and fell, you shook me out my shell. Now I know you well. Tripped on love and fell, you shook me out my shell. Now I know you well. I fell for you. I fell for you.
あれなんかもう分かってんだこいつら。うわ出たすげえ。もうないの。
あいじゃん島か。
I wish I knew I'll hold on tighter to you. When all this is through, until I hold tight on to you, we'll just head down, carry on, 'cause what else can we do but get through? And we'll sing hallelujah, but what is that to you right now? But let's talk in a way that can give us some faith to go around. We'll hold tight as we can when it's better again, and that'll sustain me for now. I'll hold on tighter to you, my friend, when we're together again, together again. Watch as it breaks down beside us. When we've risked everything for love. On the outside, always looking in. We'll still hold on to all we could have been. To all we could have been. Would you still take me for a fool if I let give it all away for you? So take me home. Take me home.
said you felt love 100 times before. Going in circles.